Okay, this is an overview of the Genie S40, everything that I've done. One is replace the propane tank. It was missing and they were only using it on gas, and they said something was wrong. It was the middle of winter. I brought a new one, couldn't figure it out, left it. Oh, there was no smells or anything like that externally, so I just left it. And I come back and here they're using it inside with the propane, and it just shocked me. What had happened was they ran out of propane, took it off to the side, never used it, and when I tried to figure it out, it needed all that air to bleed out in order for the propane to fill in. So anyway, replace battery cables. I believe I've replaced this pump. This one is for your auxiliary, and it feeds into your main pump when it's not used. This is for your steering as well as your boom lift. It's attached to a Ford. This is an old Ford. You're talking like 90s era 4-cylinder. Let's see, count the exhaust. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4-cylinder. Really simple, basic setup. So if you have any problems, just go to your auto parts store and get a Ford starter. It'll bolt right on. Same thing with your alternator. Radiator, I don't know. We just went and got those. I pulled them out and had sent them in to get redone. Your O2 is off the Ford. Pretty much everything is your intake plenum, which you can see there, probably see up there, is Ford related. I believe your Genie air filter is a Genie specific. Never did anything with your counterweights. Fuel tank, there was a problem one time where there was dirt and they dumped they thought it was a diesel, so they dumped diesel additive in, so we had to get that out. I've replaced your oil, hydraulic oil. That's your level. It should be down here, but operators are notorious for trying to overfill it. Your hydraulic filter is $11.99 right there. And that number is just to give you a reference, so that way you don't have to dig into this machine that's in the middle of nowhere just to get your filter part number. Same thing with this one, which is it doesn't tell you. That's scary. But you can go and tell them that it's an inline filter, and it is 5/16. If you see the 5 right there, 5/16. So the nipples on the fuel filter are 5/16. Replaced the fuel pump, and had a problem with the way this thing was wired. The fuel pump was cut, and really it was a lot of wiring problems. So like I've told you before, replaced your e-stop, replaced all these toggle switches. Your joystick, that is super temperamental. It needs to go to the factory to get calibrated, because if there is even just a little bit of a glitch on it, it will go just haywire. One thing that I can tell you on these is if you turn the key on, turn your key onto the basket to your main. This is your main and this is your basket. Push the e-stop up. If you push your other e-stop, which will do that, might as well show you the whole kit and caboodle, right? Yep, and that e-stop's up. If your check engine light is on for a short period of time, it will and just let you know that it's working. And when it's blinking, it blinks and pulses to show you a code. So it'll do a 2-digit code, 2-digit numeric code, and that 2-digit numeric code you can call the genie and ask them what that code is, either the dealer or to Genie themselves, and ask them what that code is, and they will tell you what that code is, whether it's an O2 sensor or throttle position sensor. There's a lot of sensors, but it is a 2-digit code. Yeah, and apparently the fuel pump part number here is fuel pump E2000 Napa. That's just a reference again, so that way you have better to help yourself out. I replaced a bunch of these little level bubbles. If this thing is completely one way or completely malfunctioned, it will not let you move this machine. So and it's crazy, when it's in the middle it won't do anything. When it's in that, where that ring is on the inner side, it will start alarming you, and once it's outside that, it will not move. So this is your fuel shut off. If you have any problems externally past this line, you can shut this off and it will shut off everything, flow out, as well as you should probably clamp this line too so it's not back feeding, unless there should be a check valve. No, there's a check valve in the pump, but the pump's connected to this guy, so they should have had these swapped around, but they someone came in here and cobbled stuff together like usual. But yeah, if you see something or have any questions, comments, concerns, don't be afraid to text me or email me. It is mastertechnician007 at Yahoo or gmail.com. I don't really know. I think it's Gmail, but I've been wrong before, just a time or two. Anyway, like always, save some cash and take your dreams with you. See ya.